कोई नाले जय धनवान के घटरिया, कोई नाल जय धनवान के घटरिया, 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 रे कोई नाल जय धनवान के घटरिया। जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, जब यमराज पलंग पर बैठे, उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया, उलट गए दोनों नैन पतरिया, कोई नाल गए धनवान की घटरिया। मारही सूका प्राण निकाले, मारही सूका प्राण निकाले, प्राण लुकाई ठोकरिया ठोकरिया, प्राण लुकाई ठोकरिया ठोकरिया, रे कोई नाले जय धनवान के घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धनवान की घटरिया, कोई नाले जय धनवान के घटरिया। चार प्रहर मेरी साथ उठावे, चार प्रहर मेरी साथ उठावे, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, फूक दिया जैसे बन के लकड़िया, रे कोई नाल जय धनवान के घटरिया, कोई नाल
So, those of you who are singing, please come inside. My Baba was here over here, see. So I have the following as footsteps. Auntie Joy, Laura, Auntie Sharpa, if you wish to sing, you come inside. There is plenty of space. So you come inside and make yourself comfortable. So tonight, Renuka, her mom is not well, so she's our regular drummer. But Renuka's brother-in-law, we never know he's played drum. So today we asked him to play for us, and he is here to bless us with his presence. So he will be here shortly. And I must apologize for my finger. I cannot play the harmonium. So for the next few months. So I will try playing my keyboard. Mind you, I haven't played this for quite a while, so I am there's a lot of cobwebs. Stick around. So our famous drummer is here. We know him for playing the dance. So we thank him so much for being here with us to play for us. So while our drummer is organizing his drum and show, today is our Guru's monthly Satsang and Mama Parmesa's monthly Satsang. And today we would pray for both their Atmas. And it's not something that we would pray for, but some of us would say that when we go in, we have to carry company. And today, I think they have each other's company. Even though they are on their journeys in different directions, today we pray for both of them because they are two most blessed souls. So at this point in time, we always open with mantras. So we ask you to please stand. Let us close our eyes, let us bow our heads. So it feels like yesterday, but it marks 9 months. And the time is coming up very soon where it's coming up very close. So we feel like it's just yesterday, and as much as we don't want it to end, our journey would continue with being there for each other. So at this point in time, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, and we pray. And we ask Bhagavan Shri Krishna to bless both their Atmas. We pray for the families of both Mama Paramesa and our Guruji. We pray for Bhagavan to give us all the strength to deal with the loss of our Guru and our Mama in the best way possible. And today the best way possible is standing here before Bhagavan and standing here as a family. And we say our family that prays together, stays together. So we close our eyes, we bow our heads, and we pray. Om Gajananam Bhutadinadi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palisari Bhakshitam Umasutam Shoka Vinashikarikam Navami Vigni Ishwar Pada Pankajam Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaram Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah Tasmai Sri Gurve Namah Om Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachanur Mardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Yam Brahma Varninda Rudra Maruta Sunvanti Hridaystave Vedai Sangha Pradokramush Parashade Gayanti Masamaga Om Jnana Vashti Tatkatina Manas Pashantyam Yogino यस्यान्तं न सुरसुरगणदाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिं वर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्युर्मोक्षमयमृतः। ॐ तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवरात्रि स्वाहा स्वधा नमस्तुते। ॐ श्री गुरु चरण सरोज जा निज मन मुकुर सुधार वरना रघुवर विमल यशा जो दायक परिचार। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मही हरहु कलेश विकार। सियापति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम। उमापति महादेव की जय। पवन पुत्र हनुमान स्वामी की जय। अयोध्यापति श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। सर्व देवियों की जय। सर्व देवता की जय। जय 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 सीताराम। आसन लीजिए, take your seats. Before we go any further, we will sing one bhajan each, and then we go to part of satsang, part of, we wouldn't read Ramayan because for me it's kind of unfamiliar to play the keyboard in front of me where the Ramayan is normally in front of me. My harmonium is to the side, so I have everything around me. But our Guru taught us that we need to do with what we have, and we are so thankful for Naren. If we had known earlier, he's played drummer. So as a family we sit together, and satsang does not mean that we always have to read Ramayan. It means that we must be educated in the rules and rituals of our funeral and our shroud and our 10 days and our bandara and our dasgrad. So today we'll be informed about everything in a simplified way. So devotees, we will sing one bhajan and then we go to katha, satsang for this evening. I'm accustomed to saying katha for satsang. So I would sing and then, so please bear with me. So we all join together as we now do bhajan. Jai Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyo ko dukh dur karne. Jai 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 Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyo ko dukh dur karne. Jai 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 Krishna Hari, Jai Krishna Hari, Shri Krishna Hari, Dukhiyo ko dukh dur karne. Jai 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 Krishna Hari. आशा
Ganapathi
श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Devotees, I'd like to welcome all those who are joining with us via live stream. You know, as I said, we welcome everybody. You know, we look so forward to our monthly Ramayan and our monthly Katha, monthly Satsang. And pretty soon our weekly services will be start back again. So pretty soon life will be back to normal. And this is what, after someone dies, normalcy takes a little while to get back to normal. It takes quite a while because you know you're so accustomed. Even today, where I know when the ladies are cleaning and they're decorating, we come here and we sit together, there's somebody missing. You feel, you start to grieve. Even if you don't want to cry, you grieve, your heart hurts you. In Mama Paramesa's family, when her husband will get up in the morning, he's accustomed seeing his wife, having his wife make his coffee, having his wife being at his side. Even if he's quarreling with him, his wife is always there. You know, this is the reason why sometimes when we have our loved ones around us, we don't value them. And you know, too many people, you know, we say when we have 60 years, I think, then we go settle down. Then I go, let me live my life. But I'm young. Let me live my life. But to many people, when they reach 60, you know what 60 means? They're going to collect their little pension from NIS and so. So you say, well, when I get my money, I will do a big Ramayan, a big Bhagavad. I will read it 3 times for the day. I do puja 3 times for the day. I will sit home and I will have enough time to do job. I will do 360 jobs more than anything. I know we think that this is normal, that everybody thinks that we have to live with life. We're young, we say, well, when we get older, we go settle down, we turn sannyasi. But how many of us ever think about, would we reach that age? Look at me. I have from finger to toe getting damaged. But it doesn't stop me because I am on the go. These obstacles are placed in our way. But we would think, you know, well, we will live our life when we reach 60, but how many of us think we will reach 60? It's very hard for me to even cross 40 now. Because those who are older, look how old our Guru was. Look how old Mama Paramesa was. And I must say, our ladies are very beautifully going through their olden and golden days. Because our ladies don't even look as if they're over 60 and over 70. And our Guru would have lived his life, and Mama Paramesa would have lived it. They weren't thinking, well, I will never reach that age. I know my Guru would get up in the morning no matter what time. 4 o'clock in the morning every day I would hear the bell ring. Every single day. Sometimes if I say at 3:30, I know he can't sleep. But I would hear it from home. So how many of us think we will reach that age? But we say no, we can reach that age, man. And so, what assurance do we have that we're going to reach that age? What gives us the assurance that we reach that age? Who gives us the assurance? When we go to the doctor and we say, doctor, give me a full checkup. Doctor will say, well, you're good. But today you're good, tomorrow you may not be. Today you'll be healthy. Tomorrow you're passed by somebody who has COVID and you get COVID. So sickness doesn't come in the sense of old age. Sickness comes in the air that you breathe. So what assurance do you have that you're going to reach that age? What guarantee do you have that you spend your whole life and when you reach that age of 60 that you will be mentally able to transform your life and go to Bhagwan? It is because you must mold yourself. You know the saying where the old people say, you don't wait for the tree to bend and your mind. You know, many of us get up in the morning and as soon as we get up, we start curl. I don't know why they didn't wash the wares in the kitchen. I don't know why they didn't move this. They always told me that. Swasa, left and right, whichever airway is clearer. As soon as they get up, I have the habit of putting on the radio. So I will listen to the bhajans. And then you sweep your house and then you start to prepare your meals. It is like you're trained in this way. Even though you're not singing the bhajans, you're hearing it and you're training your mind. And the morning you get up and you can't put on the radio, you miss it. Like Tammy Doy. The Saturday they had no classical singing, she put it on that radio. Because her mind is trained, she loves the classical music. And Aaron is a very good classical drummer here, like that. So these are the, what do we have? What assurance do we have that we will reach this age? And Bhagavan teaches us that we must not live, some of us have a bucket list. We're embarrassed to hug our children. We're embarrassed to hug the people that we care about. And Uncle B is here, Uncle Badu is here. And from a very young age, he grew up with us. And we grew up looking up to him. And even now, anywhere we see him, I'm sure Radha also, we will hug him. And we will not feel ashamed to do it. Because he's like a father to us. The elders in this temple, all our mothers and fathers does, and our Guru taught us that. So Bhagavan is teaching us, if we could see the motherhood and the fatherhood and the brotherhood and sisterhood in everybody, we would not see negative things. We would not see that Shanta and Tanti Mullen plan to wear red today. We would not see that Tanti Sharifa is looking so pretty in her pink. We would not see all the negative things that you would come in and I wonder why they wear red too. So these are the things that would the guarantee that we would live that life. It is now that we have to train ourselves from very young, train our children. And our Guruji always taught us that train your mind so that when your mind will grow, which I standing all around here trying to remember what I went for and I couldn't remember until I sit down. When I sit down, then I remember what I went for. I will train our children so that this is a way of life that when they get homes, if you look at those little cereals and they see they passing the smoke through their houses because you want to get all the negativity out of your house. You want all the blessings of the world. So assure yourself from now that you're going to live the life and you're not going to wait till you get pension. Like me, I hope I live to see 60. Because as I tell everybody, I'm in the body of a 40-year-old, but my mind is a 40-year-old mind, but my body is an 80-year-old body. Because I feel as if I'm 80 years old. But you know what? My Guru taught me, push aside all the obstacles and go forth. And Mama Paramesa would have been in the same position when she was sick. Even when she was sick, she would think about her children. Even when she wasn't feeling good, she would make amends. And it is only reached that we get old and we just realize, I should not behave so. People live their whole lives not talking to each other. Their whole lives not talking to each other. And when they get older, and they're ready to die now, they say, well, I have a few years to live, let me make amends now. Where you could have lived happily for the whole of your life. So we sing a few more bhajans and then we go to the next set of next discourse. So we don't have to do it and then we take long to get a bhajan, so we'll sing.
मैं अंधा सा मैं छोटा सा बच्चा तुम्हारो भरी बलवान प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो मैं अंधा सा मैं छोटा सा बच्चा हो तुम्हारो भरी बलवान प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो प्रभु जी मेरे लाज रखो
Never mind if I just the plane or the mic.
Bye. So we go to our second part of this course. Anybody? When someone dies, on the 10th day we call it the dust guard or the Shiva. And many times we ask the question, we are taking a Mahapatra, not the Mahapatra, Mahapatra. We are taking the Mahapatra to do this part. Why do we have to do this part on this day for the Bandara also? Why do we have to do the same thing? Why do we have to give the gifts again on the Bandara day? It is on the 10th day that it is called a purification. It is where the home becomes from the asouch, which is unclean, to the clean. It is then that the home is allowed to be cleansed without doing the dust guard and making those oblations to the young dudes and all the pitris. You don't have that authority. So on that day, when you go and the Mahapatra takes and you do that special puja there, and you bring out the water, you cleanse the home. And we ask why it is we have to give the Mahapatra all these different gifts on that day. But believe me, the list gets longer and longer. Well, it's not supposed to. There are things that we have to give, and there are things that we add on the list that are not important. But everybody would have a different list. And so, it is said that when the Atma becomes into when it gets that coarse body, it is on that day, on the 10th day, after you've offered all the pindas, that body starts to feel hunger. That invisible body called the Atma, it starts to feel hunger. And that is why, when they come home, they will take out the 5 shares of food first, and then they would sit and they would eat. And it is said that once they are filled, so many people will say, the Madhyam Shodashi is the 13th day and the Uttam Shodashi is the yearly. And they say, well, unless when you start to feed and the 5 of them take out their food, then everybody can eat. But the 13th day is the most critical day, where when they sit to eat and they take out a little bit of that food, it is offered to the Brahmins. And you take out that little bit of food that is not juta as yet, and you put it aside. It makes your food pure. You have now purified your food. You have now, and then you say Krishna Arpanam when you start to eat. But many of us don't say that. Many of us we start to eat, say, oh God, food ready. It means the same thing. My Guru always said that Krishna Arpanam before he do anything. And I was wondering, by Guruji, is everything is a Krishna Arpanam? He said, yes. If you see he slippers fall down, and he take it up and he put it in, Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Om Namah Shivaya. Always, I never hear my Guru say, oh God. So on that 10th day, it is then that body starts to feel hunger. And that 5 shares of food represents the 5 births that body may take. It is not given that if the Atma does not partake of that food, but the essence of your offering that food, you're going to get. It's like blessings. You don't see it, but you get it. It's like the air. You don't see it, but it keeps you alive. And on the 13th day, when the Pandit comes and you do that part, that you do almost the same thing again, but it's just the Krishna Puja isn't done on the 10th day. It is then that home becomes cleansed, becomes ready to perform puja. But it is us, we observe the rites and rituals of the period of mourning. Because we would not go and we would not paint up the house, but if your house has to paint and clean, you clean it. But we would, it is up to us. It is not written in any book, but we would not make ourselves happy. Because it is said that when we make ourselves happy, wherever that soul is going, that soul becomes agitated, knowing that what our actions would affect the Atma. We never thought about our actions would affect the Atma. That is why we put ourselves through this period of mourning. That is why we don't raise the janda, but we perform our puja. We perform our havan, we perform our lighting our diya, we can perform our, but we cannot raise the janda, we cannot do marriages, we cannot buy anything until the Uttam Shodashi is done, which is the yearly. So these are some of the rites that we follow. It is not written, again, it is not written in any book, but we follow it because it is the right way. We are taught by the Garuda Puran, whatever we do would affect the Atma. And it is said that Narayan is there, he's occupying his space. Tanti Mula is on a chair, she's occupying her space. Nobody would go and sit there because that's their space. That is what we call space or ether. Vayu, which is air. Without that air, we cannot live. When we stop breathing, air cannot go into our lungs. Agni, fire. We don't have the actual fire in us, but if our body gets composed, because we don't have vayu, we don't have air, we're not breathing air, that fire is not there anymore. The 5 elements will not leave the body. So now that Sthula Sharir, all these 5 elements have left the body, and that body, that gross body is now going to travel to the 16 cities. I'm uttering the name of the Lord. And you know what? At one split second, he said, "Babe, all over here, who is at my business?" And that is when his life left his body. Where is my... Well now, be nourished by your actions, and your actions would be, this is our action. By creating this form of positivity in the home, where every time you would have a satsang, you call the name of the departed. So anytime his name or her name is called, it urges that Atma to go further and further. But nothing you do that Atma would know. That Atma just has to go on those 16 cities. And it is said that the first city encountered is Yamya or Yama, which is described as being quite beautiful, with the river of Pushabhadra flowing through it. And the Pret would now go through firstly the city of Yama. Next, he travels through the city of Sauripur, the city of the sun. And so, after he travels to the city of the sun, he encounters the Vaitari river, the river of hell. The river, most of the time we hear of that river. Only because when they tell you have to go down. We say, well, what is Gaudan? Why do we have to do Gaudan? And most of us, we reach that point when we get old and we're going to do Gaudan, because we know we're going to die. Once we are born, we must die. Gaudan, Gaumata, it is said that Gaumata, when you do Gaudan, the ritual of crossing that Gaumata over the water, the Vaitari river, over that water represents you crossing over the Vaitari river. And it is said if one does Gaudan in his or her life, when the Atma reaches that river, that Gaumata will come, and just as you hold the tail of the cow, it will take you across that river. So that river is filled with all the blood and pus and nasty things, arms and legs and rotted bodies. That is the river, that is the Vaitari river. And so, at the end of the 7th month, the soul, the Atma, reaches the city of Bhavapada. And when he reaches this city, it will be a little before the end of the year. It is said that 45 yojanas from Shretapur is the city of Dharmaraj, the final city in the year-long journey of the Pret. The city has 13 gates, with guards at each gate, and many different forms of people residing in it. such as the Gandharvas, which is the demigods, the celestial musicians, the Apsaras, the heavenly nymphs or the dancers, and other beings in human divine forms. The Rashavanas, who are 12 in number, and are the mind-born sons of Lord Brahma. It is noted that throughout this journey to the realm of Lord Yama, the praise enveloped in the Yam Yatana Sharir is sustained by offerings made by you, the family. And devotees, it is now when that Atma has completed all the 16 cities and has reached to Yamlok, it is now that Atma has to go for judgment. So that Atma has got that body of separation. So it means that all these 16 cities, everything that you have given for the Bandara and to the Mahapatra, on the day that you have given to the Mahapatra, it is distributed to the Yamdoots. So the Yamdoots are the one who will take care of that Atma when that Atma has to go. Wherever that Atma, these Yamdoots will be there right by their side. So it comes like you satisfying the security guards for our loved ones. So whatever is offered on that day is distributed to amongst the Yamdoots. So that on his journey he will have these items. On his or her journey he will have these items for comfort. And it is here now when that Atma reaches Yamlok, you know, sometimes we don't understand the word pitri. What is a pitri? What is a pitri? When the Atma receives judgment, you know, Chitrangupta is all around us here. They are looking at me, they are looking at you. If I come and I push Naren and Naren fall down, and I intentionally push Naren and he fall down, that was intentional. So they're going to write down, Pandita Shanti, or Lisa, she pushed Naren. Or if Naren say, well, you know, I am coming today. I will come, and he tell me a lie and he didn't come. He say, yeah, come in, and he reached Montrose and he didn't come. He's going to write down his book, Naren told a lie. And at that point in time, when you reach to Yamraj, and Chitrangupta comes to their book, they're going to come out with all the things that you have done. So the bucket list coming out. When you think you have a bucket list before you reach 60, you have a bucket list when you go up to Yamraj. And it is said to those souls who do not have to take a bodily form, they become pitris. And it is said that, you know, sometimes we make a little joke and we say, you know, the day of the Bandara, we was all talking and we say, but when Baba go, he go meet this one and he go meet that one. Who knows he and Mama will be sit down now and talking. Not knowing we doing satsang, but he know we will do satsang. And him and Mama will be talking all about them, will be talking about Visa. And we say we don't know if they might meet, they do meet. And these Atmas will recognize, although they are in a gross body, they will recognize each other. And it is not, we don't know if they become pitris and they will go to Vishnu Lok and they will reside. Then it's only then they become a pitri, when you don't have to take that bodily form. So when you do pitri puja on the outside, and they say, but it is very, you know, you hear the negative comments. But if they say, the Pandit just come and tell you that the body, when you die, you just get a body and you have to come back here and you have to born back. How are you doing pitri puja? When we don't understand what is pitri. And even me, I thought about it. We do pitri puja, we never tell people what is a pitri. What is a pitri? We know it's our ancestors. We know it's our ancestors, but if we understand it, we could become confused. How can it be our ancestors if our ancestors have taken bodily form? And it is the same misconception for Pitra Paksh. And as of my next satsang, we will discuss the Pitra Paksh offerings and all that. So it will confuse you. You say, well, you know, I ain't doing no Pitra Paksh offering because once I start it, I can't finish it. That is never true. It is your duty to perform your Pitra Paksh Tarpan, which is offering of the water and offering your food. You know why? Because all of us here would have family. All of us here would have taken another birth. We don't know if our families are still alive and our grandparents and parents are still taking offerings for us. And you know, sometimes after Pitra Paksh, you start to feel so good. After Pitra Paksh finish, it feels so refined. You know why? Maybe somebody is offering tarpan in your name. Maybe somebody is offering food in your name. That is why some people are born without food, clothing, and shelter. Sometimes we don't have money to buy our next t-shirt to wear. And after a certain point in our life, we get that money. And we say, well, God has listened to me. It is your actions and the actions of your children that cause you to see your way, cause you to be happy. And many times we don't understand it. And how many times do we have a funeral? So the Baba would come, and most of the time we read Ramayan. Or we read the Kathas. It is not wrong, it is nice. I love reading Ramayan. Now, we would do Ramayan. But I thought this would have been a nice way of educating everyone. Same way I would want to find out, because my daughter asked me, she said, Mommy, the same question. If you say we get a body, what is a pitri? And I wondered, it is true. We don't know what we do. And yet we don't, there are those who don't want to educate. And there are those who don't want to take you education because of their ignorance. You might say, well, me ain't doing it. I ain't doing that. When they're dead, they're dead. But believe me, these rituals that you do, if you can do it while you're alive, you do it. It does not mean that it's compulsory that you have to, because there are many people who don't have families who do. And we don't know what is going to take place. We read the Guru Puran and we take these words from the Guru Puran and we understand it to our knowledge. So devotees, this was our katha for tonight. And I think that, in a way, our first part of katha taught us, satsang taught us how we're supposed to mold ourselves. Don't wait till you have 60 years because we don't know if we're going to live to 60. All we know, we have each other here. We love each other. This is our family. Your family is not the people who you call your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your sister-in-law, your brother-in-law, your brother, your sister, whatever. Your family is those who look up and call you every day. If your fingernail hurts you, how you feeling? You good? You want to go to the doctor? Those are the family. Your family is the one when you, if they hear you sick, they'll call you and say, well, you okay? You want something? That is family. Family is like we are today. This is family. We say, well, we are going by Shanta. We had to say, we go to temple. We still not accustomed saying, but Baba is not there, we go by Baba. Robin asked me when I come home, come for Baba by Baba. Because it is still there. We can't say, well, I just tell him I'm going to temple. I'm going, and he say, you're not covered by Baba, you're going to cook up music by Baba already. So it is in our minds that Baba would never die in our memory, and Mama Parmisa would never die in our memory. So this was I hope that I didn't confuse you. I hope that you would, even if I didn't explain it for you to understand fully, if you understood some of it. Because to go into extent, you have to start from somewhere, and I thought this was an easy way of letting you understand the journey of the soul and what we ourselves must do before we die. Because most of the time, we're preparing for when we die. You go put on this clothes today, right? And you go buy a white shower. Make sure you comb my hair, because I tell my children, make sure. If nothing happens, make sure I comb my hair. Make sure my hair look neat. Because when I meet God, He must recognize me. Take off my mask. It sounds funny now, but this is what satsang is. You must be able to laugh. You must be able to understand. Sometimes the technical things in it. Well, the Quran chapter 8 verses 16 says so and so, and you in your mind don't know what you're talking about. But it means that we must come down to this level for you to understand what you're doing, because pretty soon nobody would understand what you're doing, and they would only have a Mahapatar and the Pandit. And we have no elders. As I say, we are the elders now. Before our funeral, I would say our funeral because it's all of us, before Baba's funeral, we didn't know, well, the ladies here, I knew what to do, but they never knew in particular what had to be done for what. Now they can go and be now for anybody. They can help. They can assist each other because you know what you have to do, you know what you have to get, you know what you have to tell them to do. Before, they'd have 5 ladies in a corner, and all of them telling you what you have to do, or when you have to do it, and how not to do it. And they're confusing you. So now, it is your time to take that knowledge. So we sing one more bhajan and then we will close at 8:30. So then we started singing. Right? So we sing one more bhajan. Thank you, Tanjore. What time did I go sing? Did you?
जय
me, it's been about a few years and I'm playing keyboardist, so forgive me. It's only because of my finger I can't play my harmonium. And they always say, somebody who plays music, if a part of their hand damaged, they feel like they're good and dead. That's me. So I will try. So we sing Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu is a Guru love that song. He will sing that any time. No Ratam that he sing in Rakeshpur. He just loved Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu. It was one of his second bhajans at I think Radhan Island. Mohila Gilagana Guru Charananaki was it first. And then we learned Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu. And I was thinking, this funeral song, why are we singing this funeral song, Baba? He said, that's a good song. Oh yes, Prabhuji Miriam. You see, she remembers. Tell her that again, all. So we join together. Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu, Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu, Jyoti Janama Gavaya, Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu, Jyoti Janama Gavaya Sadhu, Jyoti Janama Gavaya. एक पिता के हम सब लड़के डरती हमारी माता। एक पिता के हम सब लड़के डरती हमारी माता। कुतुब कबीरा संग न साथी, कुतुब कबीरा संग न साथी, सारे रंग बजाया साधु, ज्योति जनम गवाया साधु, ज्योति जनम गवाया। दूरी की पहुनारी जगत में माया में भय माया। दूरी की पहुनारी जगत में माया में भय माया। धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे, धन दौलत कुछ काम न आवे, छूट जाइया साया साधु, ज्योति जनम गवाया साधु, ज्योति जनम गवाया, ज्योति जनम गवाया। Because when Baba passed away, she would worry about Shanta, she would worry about Raj, then she would worry about us, because she would ask to speak to each one of us individually. So that in itself is a blessing to have people worry about you. And you know, I think we must ask Bhagwan that we too are worried about our mother and our father, Mama Paramesa and our Guru. We worry of what is happening to us. You feel the hurt. You know how it feels that when you close your eyes and you think that, you know, one day we have to die? And what if, God forbid, something happens to me or my husband? What will happen to my children? And the first thought that comes to your mind would be, I don't want my children to suffer. I don't want anybody to take advantage of them. And these are the same thoughts that are going through our minds. As we close our eyes, we ask Bhagwan, the same way as a mother would speak to Bhagwan and beg and beseech not to hurt her children, not to have her children suffer in the event of untimely death. Today we ask that wherever our Guru and wherever Mama Paramesa is, that Bhagwan takes care of their Atma. So today we close our eyes, bow our heads and we pray. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadrisham Meghavarnam Subhangam Lakshmikantam Kamalanenam Yogi Vidyan Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhava
Ram Nam, Ram Nam, Ram Nam. Bolo Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Bolo Sri Guru Maharaj ki jai. Sarvadeviyo ki jai. Sarvadevta ki jai. Jai 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 Sitaram. Turn to the person next to you and tell them Sitaram, Sitaram. And I hope that you all have a safe journey home. Please don't leave. And again, we must thank those who were viewing online through live stream. And we thank them. We hope to welcome them next month. Same time, different date. And they were such a quiet audience. And today, we must, before we close, we must ask Raj to say a few words before we close.
All of you for coming, because that means so much for us when we see all of you here, everyone taking time.
So it is the day when you were tying Raksha for your brother, so Raj is brother Raksha Bandhana. So you would come, we will have not puja, but we will have Hawan. If anybody wishes to sit on that day, you can tell us from now. And the board will be written tonight, so you will know for the rest of the month. Because it writes so long, we take about a half an hour to write it off. So please don't leave. Thank you so much for coming and have a safe journey home. Sitaram.
Break my bag here.
Yan dito ugma drugstore.